Welcome to Sharing My Truth with Mel and Suzie, the uncensored version, where we bear it all.
We do.
And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sharing My Truth Pod. You're here with Mel and Suzie. Thanks so much for tuning in with us today. And here's a little friendly reminder to subscribe to this podcast wherever you're listening to it, whether it's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere else. We really appreciate it. You can go to Share My Truth Pod on any of our socials, Instagram, TikTok. See all of our little clips there, viral clips, and feel free to join into the conversation. And if you're watching this on YouTube, hey, it's good to see ya. Subscribe there too, guys. Very happy that you're tuning in with us. Really appreciate it. Make sure you join in on the conversation. Go to sharemytruth.com where you can share your own truths with us. Hey, babes.
Hello, darling.
How are you?
Fabulously fabulous.
I'm really hoping no one notices that my voice is a little bit, it's a little bit raspy.
Raspy.
Yeah, I just went a little bit too hard this weekend, I think. This is actually the best it's sounded, which is not very good.
Were you singing?
You know what's so funny? I was literally at a karaoke piano bar, but I don't think I was actually singing that much.
I hate karaoke.
You don't?
I fucking hate it.
Oh, it's good if it's good.
Yes.
You really, well, if you're doing it or you just hate other people singing.
All of it. All of the above. So
I literally went to this karaoke bar. This is a different one. And it's more of a divey karaoke bar and it's so fun. But there was a guy in there who literally, he wasn't Japanese. He was very much of a white boy, but he put on this karaoke and did the whole thing in Japanese. It was the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And it was so intense. And he was probably thinking, I'm the fucking coolest guy here because I'm the only one who's really doing karaoke. You know those fucking people that are like, I'm the fucking original. You know, you guys don't even know what karaoke is. Karaoke is from Japan. Blah, blah, blah. Just for him. Anyways, he actually did a great job. So good for him.
Very happy for him.
Yeah. But yeah, so I lost my voice. So I hope this doesn't offend anyone that I'm still talking because I know you're listening to us, so we appreciate it.
I think it's fine.
We'll make it quick, Mel. Yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
What are we talking about today, my love?
Well, it's very topical.
Please.
Because people keep saying this. And it's the subject of many memes and
whatnot. Memes.
Memes. Is, are women the prize? And then subtitle, what do they bring to the table?
Oh my God.
Or what should you?
Got it.
The
table as in the relationship?
The metaphorical table.
Metaphorical table, which is the relationship.
Well, I think we're going to disagree in this.
I'm excited to hear your opinion about this because I feel like as working gals,
yes,
as women who like to work too,
yes,
I think there's a lot we bring to this metaphorical table.
Yes,
I think also beauty is one. I think children is another part of it. But you tell me, Mel. What do you fucking bring to the table, huh?
Well, if I answer the first thing, are women the prize?
Sure.
I think, obviously, you think of the prize as beauty. So obviously, since the dawn of time, the women are beautiful.
Right.
And so that's what the prize is. And I don't disagree with that bit, although it's become this real modern, annoying saying. But I think I don't disagree with that because, the man, in an old-fashioned way, but I think that's what we all still want, is chasing the woman who is ultimately the prize because she's beautiful, right? I think where things fall down this is a generational thing, I think it really is a generational thing, is I think, because I see it a lot, and we've had a lot of comments about this in all our various comment sections, is that what do women bring to the table? So what they're saying is that, or what I think a lot of men seem to be saying, is that women want to be treated like a princess, which we do. I would fully admit I do. And women want to be adored and cherished. And there's nothing wrong with that. But, this is the but, and that's absolutely fine. But it's not a one-way street. So that would be my comment. And that's the thing I see as from a generational perspective is, yes, if you want to be treated like a princess, then you've essentially got to treat your man,
Husband like
like
a
a
king.
prince or
Yeah.
king, whatever you want to use. And I think that is the problem because
Mm.
you see all these, like, on TikTok and stuff like that, where you get women going, "What do I bring to the table?" And then they say, "I'm not a waitress," or something like that.
Right.
And you're like, "No, you're missing the point."
Mhm.
It's a really horrible way of putting it. What do you bring to the table? And actually, bring to the table is that is a term that works across the generations. We all understand what that
Mm.
means. So what is the fucking
But what
table?
is the table?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think it's a stupid way of saying it, to be
But it is
honest.
the relationship. What are you bringing into this partnership?
Exactly. It's what are you bringing in to form the team, to form the partnership? And so the
Yeah.
table is just a horrible way of putting it,
Yeah.
I think. So, I think that there's a lot of what has been lost in our uh gender wars and role reversal and men thinking that women hate them and women thinking men hate them and all this shit that's going on at the moment is that at the end of the day in a relationship between two people, and we're talking about a man and a man and a woman, is that each of them need to bring something to the relationship. They need to be doing something, right? They need to be.
Well, typically, yeah.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people, a lot of women who you see a lot of comments going, "Well, I'm the prize and I'm the princess and I should be living." Do you like my accent? I should be
Not
living.
really, but I see what
Fine.
you're doing.
I should be living in a castle, and he should be making 50 bajillion
Yes,
dollars a
yes.
year, and he should look amazing, and he should know, and it's sort of he. I'm just turning up. I'm just looking fabulous, and he's doing all this shit.
Yeah.
All I'm doing
Okay,
is
but
looking fabulous and sucking his dick.
here's the thing, babe. That's a job. That's a blowjob. And it's called a job for a reason.
It is, but
So
it's
let
not
me
enough.
Okay. Well, let me
That's where we're gonna disagree, I feel.
I don't know if we're gonna disagree because I feel like we are saying the same thing. I don't I also hate the term, "What do I bring to the table?" Because I would agree with these annoying women on the internet. I'm not a fucking cocktail waitress. I don't need to bring anything. I don't think the man needs to bring anything. I think people have to get together as a partnership and understand each other to build a life together. But there obviously has to be some terms and conditions that have to be approved
Yeah.
and signed off on before you actually create a life together, which is, are the men expecting the women to work nowadays because we should and can, and we want to make money and all these things. And obviously a two-income household is much better than a one-income household, most likely, especially in this day and age where everything is so expensive. And being a woman is more expensive than being a man. And so if you are dividing all of your assets and you're dividing all of your money and every single thing and you're counting all your pennies like between each other and making sure you're like, well, she only made this much this month, so you're going to have to deal with that. It's like, okay, but like if you want me to look pretty because you want me to be your prize, then you have to fucking pay for my makeup and my hair and all these things. They're like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do anything. But it's so much better when the man understands that if he wants his woman to look good and feel relaxed and want to have sex with him and all these things that come with that, then yeah, you're going to have to take her on really nice dates or like just show her you care, buy her flowers on Friday, make her coffee. Like it doesn't take much, it just takes a little bit. Like you're saying, Mel, like women want to be cherished. And that is somewhat of a prize. Yes, I do want to be a fucking prize to a man because I feel like I bring enough in my warmth and personality and love and how much I give to a partner that he should be able to bring, and what I expect from a man is to bring in a great income, a fatherly figure to our potential future children, all these things that males and females should give to each other.
Yeah, look, we don't disagree. Look, the point I think is that what I believe, well, let's go back.
Let's take a step back.
What has worked in my relationship is we
Yes.
were very clear about that.
You love that.
Okay. My husband has always said to me, as you know, he's always said, you don't need to work because that's not financially necessary, but you do what makes you happy. However, the understanding is I and this isn't anybody imposing anything on each other. This is, I have actually always worked, so um, that's something I wanted to do. But the understanding has always been, jointly we made this decision. I look
Mhm.
after the children. I look after the kind of domestic stuff. I'm not a good cook, but that's a side issue. But I do, like, he doesn't know.
You don't have to be good at everything, Mel. You're already
I
perfect,
thank you
okay?
so much.
God.
I do, all the appointment, like who's going to the doctor, who's going to the dentist. I sort pretty much everything out,
Mm,
like schooling, university. Like
that's a lot of
he
fucking work.
he didn't really know much or wasn't very involved in my kids' schooling. Or I made the choice where they went to school.
Yeah.
I did all the organization.
Mm.
Like, I guess that's pretty traditional. And I also I'm domestic in the sense that I do pretty much everything in the hut. Like, he doesn't
Mhm.
know how his shirts get back in the wardrobe. Um,
Yeah.
and the kids, like, you're going on vacation. He doesn't know, like, what's in what's in my suit. Like, he doesn't know any of this stuff.
Mhm.
But that's our arrangement. That works for us. I fully
Mhm.
understand that that isn't for everyone. That's our agreement. We've come to this agreement. So what do I bring to the table? Well, I do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I know.
You see me. I sort all my kids' lives out there, like everything that they're doing. My husband has never, I don't think he's made a single dental appointment in the last 20 years, or haircut, or anything else.
Yeah.
But I fully don't mind doing it.
Right.
But he does. I mean, one thing he likes, domestic, that he likes to do is he loves to cook. Sorry,
Yeah.
the mic drop. He likes to cook, but he doesn't, other than that, nothing domestic.
Yeah.
But that is our agreement and it works really well. So the point is what are you doing for each other, together, for the team, for the partnership, of whether it's marriage or not, I think is irrelevant. But what are you both bringing to that? And
Mhm.
from what you can see from, I think it's been lost a little bit. I think I would agree with you, men as well as women, but a lot of women thinking, yeah, I'm just gonna turn up, I'm just gonna be me, and I'm gorgeous, and I'm gonna provide you with sex, and that's enough. And that is not enough. Like, love is not enough, let alone sex being enough. You have to do something. As the man does, the woman
Mhm.
does too. Whether that's the man working and taking on the lion's share of the finances, and the woman taking on the lion's share of the domestic world, or it's the other way around, or it's half and half, or
Mhm.
whatever combination, I think is completely irrelevant. I
100%.
don't think it matters. I think it is absolutely the couple to decide that. But like you're saying, you lay those ground rules down, you decide as a partnership what works best for you, and that's totally fine. And like you said, you expect a man to be really in his provider energy, and
Absolutely.
to make a good income. Other women may not need that in the same way. They need some, whatever they need, and the same the other way of the woman. But the point is that you're both doing stuff. I think this idea of bringing to the table, it's not a fucking table. It's like, what are you
Yeah.
bringing collectively? So this idea that the man is just, making a gazillion dollars, and the woman just has to look pretty and provide that man with sex is ridiculous. The man needs to do more and the woman needs to do more. They need to, is it 50-50? Well, no, nothing's 50-50, but they both need to be bringing stuff to the team. And I think with young men, I see this, young men expecting women to work. And they say this,
Right.
if you,
While being like, "Oh, but you also have to have my children and you have to,"
exactly,
and it's like,
exactly.
well, who's taking the toll on the body of children, babes? Like,
Well, so
who's dealing with
but
that?
it's not even that. I think young men are saying this because they don't know, they have no idea what happens when you actually have the child.
Mhm.
Like, so who's going to school? Who's picking
Mhm.
them up? Who's doing homework? Who's doing, there's a reality. And if somebody, whether it's the man or the woman, isn't doing it, then you got to hire somebody to do it.
Right.
Or you have to have a relative who's going to help you, or
Right.
something. So they're saying that because they're not at that point in their life. They have no idea what's going to happen. And if you are a man, to be fair, and you want your partner to work, like you both want to work,
Mm.
that's also fine. If that's what you both expect, that's also fine. But that means your domestic relationship has to be different.
Mm.
And it has to be 50-50, like you have to cook and she has to or whatever the hell it is, it doesn't really matter. But you can't be, I'm working and you're working, man and woman. Woman's doing all the domestic chores,
Mhm.
man is doing nothing. That's obviously not going to
Well,
work.
it doesn't. I just don't think it works if we start to. This just sounds so fucking ridiculous, but like if we start to believe that the man is the prize, I think it actually fucks up everything. So like, let's say like the man the women are the ones, like, typically, because you get married around, like, let's say, like, 20 to 35, right?
Mhm.
So, the women have the choice. You typically, if we were marrying, when we're in that
Yeah.
younger stage.
Yeah.
So, if the man believes that they are the prize, then how is the hottest, best woman when she's in her, like, I hate the word prime,
Prime.
but, like,
Like a cattle. Like a
it's horrible.
yeah.
But, like, when she is in that, like, prime age of, like, I wanna settle down, I wanna have a relationship, I wanna have kids because I'm ready for it, like, from, like, 25 to 35. So, like, if the man is like, "Well, I'm the prize, so I get the pick of the litter," and she's gonna be like, "Well, I'm the prize, so, like, I get the pick of the litter, so, like,
Yeah.
suck to suck, I'm gonna go find someone who's actually gonna treat me with, like, as a princess, as I believe I deserve." But if the man is like, "Well, no, because I need you to do all these things," it's like, well, you're never gonna find a woman who wants to, like, do all these things for you because you think of yourself too high. Do you know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah. I mean,
It's like a huge
the
issue.
point I'm making is on both sides, it's completely fucked up. And, that is why we're gonna end up with a lot of single women and a lot of single men. I think the thing that people are talking about is because this idea that women, whatever kind of prize they are, should we put it that?
Mhm.
Whether they're a very expensive prize or further down, the
There's
whatever.
women in every budget.
Right, exactly, thank
Pick
you.
whichever one you want.
They're all looking at this man who's, this very wealthy, gorgeous, 6 foot, whatever the hell he is, guy.
Mm,
We're all looking too much at the same man. And what we've had, well, past guests on the podcast who said that these men at the top,
mm,
which also top tier man sounds awful, basically can choose whoever the hell he likes.
mhm.
And that is correct. He can choose whoever he wants because all the women are looking at him,
Well, you know
which
what's
is
so but,
ridiculous.
like, I've so being, like, in so much of the dating world right now and, like, dating quite a few guys and, like, seeing guys here and there and seeing who my friends are dating, I don't know, like, these top guys who are let's say the top guy is the top guy because he's making so much money,
Right.
right?
What does it even mean?
What they like, from being on the dating apps, these top guys who are making so much money, the personalities fall off,
Right.
right? And so
Are
if
they on
you
the apps?
for
Yeah.
sure.
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Well, no, I know, but you've seen them.
Yeah.
Like, it's just either they're just looking for sex still,
Mhm.
right? Because as you're saying, they can get whoever they want for the women. So, like, they're like,
Yeah.
"Okay, I'm just looking for sex. I'll get a wife whenever I want because
Yeah.
I have all the options."
Right.
And so these top guys in quotations are just looking for like a little booty call, looking for multiple women to go dating with, like, and they're not actually going to be good partners at the end of the day. So,
Right.
like, the good partners are maybe not the ones who are 6 foot tall, making $1 million a year, like, and like good looking. Like, it's like the ones who like have a really good job. You can see that they have a great community around them
Mm.
and are just kind and nice to you.
Yeah. I know. I mean, I keep saying this. It's very important. I mean, I know I live it,
Yeah.
but I think that to me, I just see, um, a lot of people very confused, and you're like, well, really, this shouldn't be confusing, right? You need to go and find the person, which I realize at the moment it seems to be incredibly difficult. And then when you find this person, you both come together and then you figure out what each of your skills are.
Mm,
Right. So, I do have a couple of friends where the woman has ended up being the chief breadwinner because at
mm,
the end of the day, she's better at it.
mm,
So as a couple, they've had to be realistic and say, well, you're better at that, I'm better at this, so this is what we're going to do. And I don't think it really matters what it is.
mhm,
I personally, probably like you, are a bit more traditional.
mm,
Um, and I, for whatever reason, it's not really the way I was brought up, but I guess I always thought I would marry a man and he would be the breadwinner or the chief breadwinner kind of thing.
mhm.
I don't think all women today want that necessarily. Some do, some
I
don't.
think women are making so much more money than men. I think that's
Yeah,
a big
depending on
I don't
what they're
wanna call that a
doing.
problem,
Yeah.
but
I
it's
think it is a
definitely
problem.
it's something to bring into consideration when a woman is looking for a male partner and he makes the same or less than she does because she has a better job because she has worked very hard to get
Yeah.
there. Like, yeah, she's has to consider, okay, well, am I okay with being the breadwinner? When I
Mm.
have children, am I going to be able to quit my job and take care of the kids? Like, that is a huge thing that she's gonna have to consider. So if she does wanna quit her job at
Mm.
that point when she has kids, then she needs someone who makes more money than she does. Like, this is obviously,
Thank you.
I know I'm stating
Thank
the
you.
obvious,
Yeah. No,
but, like,
but that's exactly it.
yeah.
But that's the thing, like, if so many women, according to all the statistics you see out there,
Mhm.
in the next 5, 10 years are gonna be single, why is that? Is that because they're not willing to do that? Is it because there's just so much choice? Is it they're not willing to to do stuff in a relationship? They don't wanna be domestic? I mean, I don't know the answer, but the point is we can't all have our cake and eat it. So either you
Mhm.
wanna be with somebody or you don't. If you
Mhm.
are gonna be a woman who makes more money
Mhm.
and then you don't wanna go for a man who makes less money, you're then gonna have a very tiny pool of guys. So you've either gotta go for one thing or the other. The other thing about men and young men, you're complaining that you can't find this woman and women are
Mhm.
like this and they're a pain in the ass these days and they're
Mhm.
so, opinionated and all the rest of it. Well, get your story straight. Do you want a more traditional relationship, in which case you're looking for a woman who isn't going to be earning, who is going to be doing stuff in the home. Therefore, you are going to have to provide. Therefore, you are going to have to make more money. Like get your both sides get your
What do you
yeah,
want?
but get your
Yes,
story straight.
exactly.
I mean, I think the problem is when you're young, you have one idea of what you want, and then of course
Mhm.
life changes,
Absolutely.
and like until you have kids, until you have a family, you have no idea
Well, and
what is coming for you. And
yeah.
but it's like it just seems that why is everyone talking about this? I mean, I've heard in the last week 5 people say this to me, and I'm not talking about social media. I'm talking about people. What does that person bring to the table? I'm like, what
Who do you mean
the
who's saying
fuck
this
does
to
that
you?
mean? Just like in conversations about people.
How old are these people, though? Like, they're
Um,
looking for relationships, so they are in a
Actually,
relationship?
different. I've had this conversation with differing ages, and they're always like, "Well, what
Men or
does the
women?
women, what does talking women talking about a woman having a relationship with a man, what does she bring to the table, or what does he bring to the table? Either way." And I'm like, "What? What do you mean? Like, what table? What are we talking about?" But I do think that this idea that you do have, a lot of younger women thinking, "Yeah, I wanna be a princess, and yeah, I just want all this stuff to be provided for me." And there obviously does seem to be some disgruntlement with guys
Mm.
thinking, "Who the fuck do these girls think they are?" type of thing. There's gotta be something going on.
Well, it's interesting because 'cause I'm like, when I have a partner, I literally I obsessed with them. Like, I want to give them everything. I wanna do
Okay,
everything for them, right?
okay.
And I think a lot of women are like that in the sense of, like, if this is my boyfriend, if this is my partner, like, I wanna make sure that, like, I can cook for him. I wanna make sure
Mm,
that, like, when we go out, I'm gonna be by his side. Like, I'm gonna do what if he needs me to, like, make him lunch, or I don't know. Like, I think a lot more than, like, less than, like,
that's
more
great.
than I
Yeah.
think most women want to do this for their male partners. And so that's what I'm confused about. I'm like, what is I hate like, what is enough? You know what I mean? Like, is it like I'm giving you my emotions, I'm giving you my love, I'm giving you my attention, I'm
Mm,
giving you um I don't even want to bring chores into it. I'm just saying, like, my emotions and my love for you,
yeah.
and my beauty and sex and children and everything, just like naturally, right?
Mm,
Like, that's if that's not enough,
yeah.
and she also, like, needs to have a job and make just as much money as the guys, or like, because once you have children, you want to use her salary to pay for the childcare,
Oh, yeah. I
right?
think that's a lot of men, yeah.
It's just like, that doesn't make sense. But
Well,
then
yeah,
they
but you have quite I know you don't realize it, but you have quite a traditional viewpoint. And I
but I'm such
think
a modern woman now.
I know. And I think so yeah, I mean to me, a real man, and that's for another episode, but a real man does want to look after
Mhm.
a woman. He
Yes.
wants to look after her, and she in her feminine energy
Mhm.
I don't know why I have to do a stupid voice on it,
I like it.
wants to look after him.
Mhm.
And that uh, and it also this could be a generational thing. I know a
Mm.
lot of women I know of my generation are like, I'm not doing that for him. I'm not ironing his shirt. I'm not putting the washing machine on.
It's
I'm not doing that. And you're like,
ridiculous.
why? Who does it matter who did what? It doesn't matter. I see a lot of women, say of my generation,
Mhm.
and I think it's millennial, runs into the millennial too, being almost scared of doing things that are domestic because
Mm.
then they're worried that they're going to be accused of being sort of submissive.
Mm.
And I know lots of
I'm
women
happy to
of
be a submissive woman.
yes, I know you're well, not from personal experience, so steady on everyone. But like for example, if
Yeah.
my husband needs a shirt,
Yeah.
uh, I'll wash and iron the
I just don't
shirt.
know. Yeah.
I know lots and lots and lots of women
Insane to me.
who over their dead body would they iron that shirt. They wouldn't, and they even
But then
separate the
over what?
washing.
Like, over his dead body that he's, like, driving to work then? Like,
But
what
but
in the
this
fuck is going
but I'm telling
on?
it. I know couples where they've raised children. It's all had to be 50-50, getting up in the night, feeding the kid, like or like they're washing. They'll actually separate their washing out,
Mhm.
and I
That's
just
insane.
do not understand that.
Mhm.
Like, surely if you live together in one household, whether you're married or not, you want to be as productive together as possible, right? So if let's say you're with somebody, you're
Mm.
a very good cook, so you do
Mm.
the cooking, but you're not so good at whatever you're not so good at. Like in my case, I'm not very good at cooking, and my husband, because his job is very is not creative. That's what he says. I like cooking
Yeah, it's, like,
because
meditative.
he finds it very cathartic,
Yeah,
very
absolutely.
relaxing, very creative. He feels it's another way other than money that he looks after the family. He really enjoys it.
Mhm.
I don't enjoy it at all.
Right.
But that happens to be something that we've decided these are our skills. The children is definitely my skill. Pretty much all that
Absolutely.
sphere is my skill. And work is actually not even in the equation. But like, why would you have such a problem, like doing domestic
But
chores?
then
Like,
it's
why
like,
would you care?
if you put if you fold his fucking shirt, or if you pick up his dry cleaning, sorry if you hear that, that's my little dog
Yeah.
barking. Or if you pick up his dry cleaning, don't you think that'll make him I'm sorry if this is not the case for some couples where they're not appreciating, which is like I guess another issue, right? Like, if the woman's doing this and then she's like, "Well, he doesn't appreciate it, so I stopped
Oh
doing
yeah.
this."
Yeah, of
You
course
know what
that's
I
an
mean?
issue.
And
Yeah.
then she's like, "You do it your fucking self because you don't appreciate it."
Well, I think what happens is whether it's the man or the woman, we'll take the female perspective. If she did all those things and then he did nothing for her, like you're like,
Mhm.
what the fuck is the point? And
Mhm.
shame literally on the man for not fucking doing anything.
Mhm.
But if the woman isn't doing, also shame on her. She should fucking do it. So, it should be a natural thing. Like if you're where the dry cleaner is, or it's easier for you to go to the dry cleaner, why the hell can't you go to the dry cleaner?
Yeah.
But I see a lot of women fighting over these stupid things.
Yeah.
I knew this woman she was actually a stay-at-home mum, and we're not really friends, just somebody I know. And he was the one, had a big job and, made lots of money. And if he came home late, which
Mm.
he did because the kind of job he had,
Right.
she refused to have a meal for him because she's like, I'm not waiting around for you. She refused to pick up his dry cleaning. He had to go and amazingly, they're still married. He'd have to go and get his own meal if he was late. If it was like 9 o'clock, he'd have to go and pick up takeout. He picked up his own shirts. He did all this thing. But then in all the other kind of issues of their life, like there was no like him doing stuff for her, her doing stuff for him. It was kind of strange.
That makes me so
But
sad. What is the point of that?
this is my question. But I see it quite a lot. I've seen it a lot. And I've had a lot of people, and I think it's also quite North American. It's much less in Europe. Maybe because we're more old fashioned, or like a lot of women who will say to my husband, "Oh, well, your wife's European," in some
So
kind
what?
of like, so she submits because your
What does
wife's
that
European.
mean?
Or because your wife's European, she'll do your ironing, she'll pick up your stuff, she'll do domestic stuff, she'll sort out
No,
the
she just loves
kids.
me.
I cannot count the amount of times people have said that.
That's
Um,
crazy.
but and that's weird.
That's fine.
But it's like, Well, no, it's not that. It's that I'm doing things for him because I love
Mhm.
him, and therefore he does things for me because he loves
Mhm.
me. And together it's better. I mean, that's the point. It doesn't matter what the thing is. So whether it's, in our case, it's better that he's the chief breadwinner, but I'm not making any judgment on anybody else. I'm saying this what works for me.
Mhm.
But it's this whole thing seems to be quite messed up
Mhm.
from men and from women. And I personally think it started, I'm
Mm.
not blaming your generation. I think the Gen X has created this problem.
Good. You're blaming yourself then.
100%.
Thank
Not me
God. No.
personally, but our generation
No,
is to
yes, of
blame.
course.
We started this
Yeah.
shitstorm of of
Of
of
really confused roles.
obsession of the
Right.
roles,
Right.
obsession of this, like, not like we're a team and we're
Yeah.
going to do this together.
Yeah.
They'll actually, I know women who'll go to the extreme of like, they've got the time
Yeah.
and they could actually, let's say, the guy's somewhere, even if he's not at work, let's say he's gone away for the weekend or whatever, and he's getting home late and shit, he needs a shirt or he needs something done or whatever. And they'll actually go out of their way to make sure he comes home at 11 o'clock at night and he has to do it. Whereas she's been sitting around all day, she could just do it. And it's got nothing to do with her being a woman. It's
Right.
just this is somebody she loves and she could do this for him. Equally, if she was away, he could help her. What's the big fucking deal?
I don't know. Like men, I would love to hear like men's real perspective on this. Like I fuck the term prize, right? Like why do you want to be with a woman, right? Like
On a
do you
table.
want to take
Yeah.
yeah, why?
Let's get rid of the table.
Fuck the table. Fuck the table. Okay, I just want fucking wine on the table.
Yeah,
That's it.
exactly.
That's all I want to hear about. It's like, why do you really want to be with a woman, right? Like,
Yeah.
men, why do you want to be with a woman?
Good question.
Why do you want to be with a woman?
Thank you.
What do you actually want from being with a woman? Do you want her to love you, to take care of you, to feel safe, to, you know, is it you want free labor? You want her to clean the house for you? You want her to cook? Maybe find a woman who loves to do
Yes.
that, and that's her love language.
Yeah.
But then equally, you're gonna have to come home and be appreciative and love her
Yes.
for that,
Yeah.
and also do things for her, like buy her gifts or like
Yeah.
whatever the partnership is.
Yes.
But you have to ask yourself, what do you actually want from a woman? Because we are so fucking confused right now.
Yeah.
Both men and women
Yeah.
are. And women, what do we want
What do
from
you
men?
want?
What do we want from men?
Yeah.
And let me tell you, like, I feel like because I have so many single girlfriends,
Mm.
all of them being hot, okay? Like hot single girls
I've
from
seen them.
like, yes, like hot single girls from like
Very
25
attractive.
to
Yeah.
35, super hot, super single, and obviously like in the dating realm. And they make great money. They have careers, they come from great families. They work out, like they do everything. And it's like, why can't they find a man? And it's so baffling to me. And for me, why I don't have a boyfriend, I love being single for one.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I just feel like I'm just like not ready to put myself in that position where I'm like done dating for the rest of my life yet. But I know that there's a lot of women who don't want to stop dating. They're
Mhm.
so sick of it. And they're waiting for that man to come. And I hate saying rescue them, but rescue
Yeah.
them.
Sweep them off their feet.
Sweep them off their
Yeah.
feet. It's not that fucking difficult.
No. But then they're going to have to say to themselves,
Mm-hmm.
if they have a great job
Mm-hmm.
and some amazing guy comes along, who's an amazing guy, who's willing to do everything he can in his power
Yeah.
and to look after you and to love you and cherish you and take you on dates and whatever, but maybe he doesn't make as much money as you,
Right.
or he doesn't look like Tom Brady or whoever it is
Right.
you like. I'm just thinking about
Right.
Tom Brady. I just saw him on something. He's
pretty
looking
cute.
very skinny at the moment.
I know.
Anyway, side issue. But then you're going to have to think about that.
Right.
You're going to have to think, well, actually, maybe that thing's going to have to go. What is the thing?
Mhm.
Like, is it the ridiculous list on each side?
Absolutely.
You're going to have to think about it.
compromise.
But I think we would really like to hear from men and women.
I do, because I think
Because we hear a lot of rage.
if
but
we
we'd
have
like to
some
hear,
conversation, as like,
conversation.
and think about it. Think about, what do you actually want in a relationship? Because I think I've been doing a lot of self-reflection lately. Like after you get out of relationships and like situationships and whatever, you have to do a little self-reflection, being like, why the fuck did that not work?
Mhm.
What am I going to be looking for now? What is actually important to me? I think those are
Yeah.
some things that I've really had to go really deep with myself and be like, what the fuck am I looking for? Like, dating isn't hard. It's not.
No.
You just have to go put yourself out there, but it's not that difficult. But then you can't just be like, the reason it's exhausting is that it's just so, you're dating too many people with the wrong intentions
Yeah,
and who cannot give you what you want because you don't even know what you want.
thank you.
You're welcome.
That's exactly it. And what are the points that you are not willing to compromise on? And maybe you should ask yourself why.
Yeah.
Like, where has this crazy idea come
Right.
from? Like, we've done episodes on height and whatnot.
Mm.
Where has the crazy notion in your head come
Mhm.
from the fact that the guy needs to be 6 foot tall
Right.
when you're 5
For
foot?
nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in my
Yeah.
case, I have nothing to say because I'm so short. But I mean, or where has the crazy notion come that he needs to? I don't know
Mhm.
anything. And the same for the woman.
Mhm.
Obviously there's basic attraction, but where have these crazy ideas come from? And is that the problem? And you're going to have to figure out where's the wiggle room? What's negotiable, non-negotiable, compromise, non-compromise? But also as a woman, I say this because we're obviously two women from the female point of view, is women, we've said this many times, really do need to get a bit of a grip. And
Yeah.
they need to really say to themselves, where do all these notions and ideas come from? What is actually important to you, as you've
Mhm.
said? What are the things like, no, I can't do that if
Mhm.
whatever that is, I don't know what that is. That could be anything. That could be I can't date somebody who isn't from the same religion as me, who
Mhm.
makes less money than me, who fucking I don't know. It could be any kind of crazy that doesn't
Yeah.
have any hair. I don't know. Doesn't But
Yeah.
where do all these ideas and are they really that important?
Yeah.
And if you are going to have this crazy list, because I think that's what the dating apps and the algorithms have told us,
Mhm.
that you are putting yourself in this tiny, tiny corner
Yeah.
and without any of us really realizing it.
Yeah.
And I think men are doing it too.
100%. Like, if you only believe that you're attracted to one certain race
Yes.
or hair color or height,
Height or
jinx.
yes, jinx.
I just
Income
do
bracket
one. Let's
or
say
anything.
you do one date a month if you're single. Because
Yeah.
let's say you're going on 4 dates a month. You're
Yeah.
trying to do every Friday or Thursday, whatever the fuck you do.
Gotta find
I don't know.
somebody.
Let's just say you're doing one date a month that you do it with someone who it's not traditional attraction with, right?
Yes.
Let's I think that would be such an amazing experiment to do for
Yeah.
yourself and seeing if it actually makes a difference. Oh, you know what? I actually didn't really care about that because I actually like this guy or this
Yes.
girl way better than these other
Yes.
three. And I think that would be such an amazing thing if we all just did that. We all got over our fucking little heads
Yeah.
and experimented a little bit extra.
Yes.
So we could find something out about ourselves.
Yes, Susie.
Got it?
Excellent. So we've got rid of the table, crushed it, and we've got rid of whatever the fucking other
Fuck the
prize.
table. We only want fucking martinis on the table.
Yeah.
And we're the prize, Mel. Come on.
Obviously.
Obviously. All right, guys. Well, please go onto our socials at Share My Truth Pod. Let us know what you thought about this episode. You can go to sharemytruth.com, send us a voicemail, an email, and tell us what you thought. Sell your truths to us. And if you're watching this on YouTube, hey, thanks so much for subscribing, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Love yous.
Thanks so much for listening. Please rate and review this podcast and follow us on social at Sharing My Truth Pod and leave us a voicemail on our website at sharingmytruth.com to share your stories and experiences with us. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.